What's up Nakamadudes, this is RJ and I'm very excited about this video because Bandai revealed all the cards for ST07 or the Big Mom Pirate Starter deck. I'm super pumped for this because I'm really curious about this color and it prevents me from picking my primary color at the moment. So for this video, we'll discuss all the cards of ST07. Let's go! Let's start with the leader of the Big Mom Pirates herself, Big Mom or Charlotte Lin Lin. Her ability reads, if you attach Tudon when she's attacking, you may add one card from the top or bottom of your life area to your hand. If your life is 2 or less, you may place up to one card from your hand at the top of your life area. So this is very interesting because this is the first leader who cares about the life pile. Her ability is kinda like Whitebeard in the sense that it provides you with an extra card, but it's better because she can also replenish it, unlike Whitebeard who you're just taking damage every time. The last part of her ability is very good, especially in the state of the current meta where aggro decks are rampant and getting that extra life could dictate if you can win or lose the game. Next card is the stage card of the deck, Big Mom Pirate Ship, Queen Mama Chanter. So this card reads, activate during your main. Rest this stage, you may add one card from the top or bottom of your life area to your hand. Place up to one of your characters with a cost of 3 on top of the owner's life area face up. I'm actually on the fence about this card. It looks strong, but I don't like the part where the cost of the card is very specific. I can see it having a synergy with the three cost cards that has trigger effect, such as Zeus and Prometheus, but other than that, I think this card will be very situational. I'm not yet sure if I would be adding this card if I build a yellow deck. Now we move on to the event cards. We have a newly revealed card called Power Mochi. So this card reads, counter, look at up to one card from the top of your or your opponent's life area and place it at the top or bottom of the life area. Then, up to one of your leader or character gains 2000 power for the battle. It also has a trigger that says, draw one card. Look at up to one card from the top of your or your opponent's life area and place it at the top or bottom of the life area. So this is your standard one cost 2000 plus 2000 power and ability card, and this is a good card actually. You can negate an attack and you'll also have the opportunity to look at your opponent's life area and plan for your next attack. I believe this will be a staple of any yellow deck, or at least a pair of these will be. The next event card for this deck is called Soul Focus. It reads, during your main, your opponent chooses one of the effects below. Either your opponent trashes the top card of their life area, or you place the top card of your deck on the top of your life area. It also has a trigger that activates this card's main effect. My only reservation for this card will be its ruling. If your opponent got no life card anymore, are they allowed to pick the first option? If they're not and they're forced to choose the second one, then it's definitely a very strong card and will be a staple to yellow. Otherwise, I think about if a deck will need a full set. But I'm thinking of the squad ruling right now, wherein you're allowed to play squad even though you don't have any cards left in your life area. So I think that they'll be allowed to choose the first option. So I don't think that yellow deck will be needing a full set of this, but definitely this card will see some playtime. Up next is the character cards. First on the list is the second son of Big Mom and one of the three sweet commanders, Katakuri. So Katakuri reads that on play, look at up to one life card from the top of your or your opponent's life area and put it either on the top or the bottom of the life area. Then, if you have less life cards than your opponent, this character gains rush. So this card is super strong. You got a 4 cost 6000 beater. Usually 4 cost 6000 power characters are vanilla, but Katakuri is so special that not only he has an on-play ability, he can also have rush. This card is definitely a must-have for yellow decks. The next one is what I believe the strongest card in the deck, Big Mom herself as a character card. So Big Mom or Charlotte Lin Lin reads that on play, your opponent chooses one of the following effects. trash one life card from the top card of your opponent's life area, or put one card from the top of your deck on top of your life area. So this card is like Soul Focus in an 8,000 power beater. This is another exception to the usual pattern wherein 7 cost cards with ability usually just have 7,000 power, but Charlotte Lin being one of the Yonkos got 8,000 power. This is definitely another must-have for yellow decks. Next card on the list is one of the officers of Big Mom Pirates and the Minister of Cheese, Montdior. So Montdior reads activate during main. You may rest this card and add the top or bottom card of your life area to your hand. KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less. So I think this card is also a very good card because not only it provides an extra card, it can also act as a removal. This card can easily take out small blockers and other annoying 3-cost characters such as Robin and Okiku. Not all yellow decks will have this as a set because, as you know, you need to replenish your life pile due to its ability cost, but if you are using Big Mom, you definitely can run a set of Montdior. Another officer of the Big Mom Pirates is on our list, and this time it's Daifuku. So Daifuku reads, attach one Don. When attacking, you may add one card from the top or bottom of your life area to your hand. Place up to one card from the top of your deck at the top of your life area. So Daifuku's ability is not as good as Montdior, mainly because as of now, yellow luck cards arranger like Perona or Doflamingo. This card will be good to warrant a set if there's a card like that that lets you control what card will be on top of your deck so you can always secure a trigger card going to your life area. As it stands, I don't think a set is needed for this card. The next one is Sanji's fiancée, Charlotte Pudding. So Pudding reads, on play, look at up to one card from the top of your or your opponent's life area and put it either on the top or bottom of the life area. So you would want to have a set of this definitely on your deck because not only it's a 2 cost 3k power character, usually it's those are just like 2 cost 2k power, she also has 2k counter value. In a meta that is very dominated by aggressive decks, 2k counter value cards is always good to have, even if they only serve as fodders. The next card we'll talk about is none other than the Minister of Fries, Snack. So Charlotte Snack reads, attach one Dun. When attacking, you may add the top or bottom card of your life area to your hand. This character gains Banish and 1000 power for this battle. This one is another scary card from ST07. You have a 5 cost 6k beater, and not only that it provides you with an extra card, it also gets buff and has Vanish. So if you don't know what Banish is, it's an ability that when the card with Banish damages your leader, you cannot draw the life card. Instead, it goes directly to the trash. I see this card being a key card, especially in mirror matches. This is definitely going to be one of the staple in yellow decks, especially if Big Mom decks became a meta deck in OP03. The next card is the owner of Mira Mira no Mi, Charlotte Brule. So, Brule is one of the first cards revealed for ST07, and actually nothing is special with this card. So, it's a 3 cost 1000 power blocker that has a trigger that lets you play the card for free. You can think of it as the yellow counterpart of the 3 cost Boa Hancock. Personally, I won't add one set of her in the deck, but given that she's the only yellow blocker at the moment, we don't have that much of a choice but to add a full set of her. However, if there are better alternatives, she's definitely one of the first cards to go for an upgrade. The next up is one of our favorite homie, Zeus. Zeus reads, activate on main, you may rest this card and up to one of your Charlotte Lin gains banish during this turn. So Zeus is definitely a support character that buffs a Charlotte Lin card, so it doesn't matter if it's a character or the leader, it just gives it banish. I'm on the fence here because this card requires that much preparation to be effective, so I'm not sure if it's worth a full set, but definitely we can see a pair of Zeus fitting a yellow deck. The next one is, of course, the counterpart of Zeus, Prometheus. So Prometheus reads, activate on main, you may rest this card and up to one of your Charlotte Lin gains double attack this turn. Now, it may seem that Zeus and Prometheus is just the same, but his buff is better than Zeus. Double attack is a very scary ability, especially when unblocked, that it can easily turn things around. And given that there's a big Charlotte Lin character card in this deck, I would see Prometheus being a set more than Zeus in a yellow deck. We're now moving on to the vanilla characters. First on the list is Baron Tamago. So, Tamago is a 4-cost 6k power beater with 1000 counter value. So, for this one, I'm actually on the fence here. Um, it's definitely, I think, one of the first cards to go if there are better yellow cards that will be revealed in OP03. Actually, you don't need any more beaters on this deck, especially above 3 costs. This card, I would replace it with blockers or other cards that has ability, especially if it's 4 costs. The next one would be Pecoms. So Pecoms is a 3 cost 5k character card with 1000 counter value. Now, this card, I could see it being part of the main 50 because it can provide enough pressure on the board given that it's only 3 costs, so you can play it on turn 2 and got enough power to threaten damage to the leader. Next one is the best vanilla character in the deck, Anana. She's a 1 cost 3k power character that has a 1k counter value. I would see her being part of the main 50 given that she's the only one cost card in the deck and she got a decent power like Sunny. If you play a more aggressive build, she's definitely needed in that build. And last and definitely the least, Flampe. So Flampe is the most underwhelming card on this deck. She's a 2 cost 4k power and she will definitely be the first to go when a better card is revealed. So, so there you go. That's all for today's video and I hope you like our review of the cards of ST07. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Would you play the Big Mom starter deck? And if you like more of this content, let me know by subscribing to the channel. Again, this is RJ. Peace out.